Bumps and bruises, scratches and scrapes, some of the ingredients that a good life makes, but sorrows become success. And as we aim for the top, we will pause if we must, but we will never stop. Welcome to Sim Soul Sessions. Hello and welcome to Sim Soul Sessions, a safe space to share your stories. Tonight, I am very excited to have with me a very, very special person who started out as my stylist, but who has now become my family. This young man is one of the most talented I have ever met, and I've watched him transform over the last 5 years from a bit of a wallflower to a warrior. His journey has inspired me. Based on what he's been posting, it has inspired you. And you've been asking for him to sit here in this space for a long time, as have I, but apparently he's now at a place where he can do that. And I've been waiting, so I'm very happy. Tonight, stylist, designer, entrepreneur, and one of the most determined, gentle, beautiful souls I know, Lucien Harrison, is in the big chair. Hello, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're going to soft spoke or you're going to make people hear you?
Very easy.
It's good to have you. How does it feel to be in a chair?
I'm nervous, very nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I'm normally behind the screen. I know to be in front of it. I'm very nervous.
You know what's funny? You said that usually, and it's true, I never noticed it until we spoke when we were preparing for the show. Usually when we start to record, after you make sure I'm fully dressed, you come out of the studio. And I never knew why you were coming out of the studio until we spoke.
Yeah.
Why were you coming out of the studio?
Because a lot of the stories that I hear again, I can relate. So, sometimes it brings back a lot of memories. So I say, let me just step out because I don't normally cry. Let's hope I don't cry today.
Well, we will see about that.
Yeah.
Why was now the right time, Lush, for you to sit in the chair? Because you've gone through a lot of stuff in your life.
Yeah.
We've talked about you sitting in the chair before because people have been asking. They ask me, they ask you.
Yeah.
But you've always said no. So why was now the right time for you?
Well, Simone, there's never a right time. And I'm always waiting on the right time. So when the opportunity come again, and opportunity sometimes only come once. So I say, I'm going to do it because a lot of people reach out to me a lot of times and say, Lucian, how I don't see you? And people that know me from the inception of Lucian becoming Lucien Harrison, So now I said, I have to do it. So
you have to do it. Oh, I love that. So we've talked a lot, Lush, about how talented you are, how gifted you are, what God has given you in your hands is amazing. But for many years, I've had to kind of browbeat you into realizing just how talented and how special and how gifted you are. And I'm just now realizing that a lot of that is coming from growing up in Seaview, a lot of self-confidence issues, being raised with your mom and your siblings, but pivotally with your dad leaving at an early age.
Yeah.
How old were you when he left home?
I was about 5.
5 years old.
4 or 5, yeah.
And you have vivid memories from that time.
Yeah, I do.
Like you can remember things?
I can remember things when in leaving the house and, everybody crying and, starting a new family and all of that. I do remember it. Yeah.
Wow. So what was that like for you, navigating that? Well, first of all, realizing that he used to come home every day and then one day him just never.
Personally, I stopped communicating. Even though sometimes I have problems communicating to friends, family, and regular people. And so I realized it affect me in communicating or expressing myself. So
when you say it affected you communicating, what do you mean? You stopped talking or you?
I even stopped reading at one point. I even failed GSOT at the time. Mommy had to get me in a private school. And then it's from then the teacher said, yo, him not done, you know, him can read. And then from then I just get up one day and just start reading. And you know, like my whole life did change because I started communicating a little more. I start working on myself because I realized that at that point I'm not going to come back to any of us. So yeah.
That's a difficult reality. You had to deal with seeking validation,
Yeah.
right? Because he wasn't there to give it to you as your primary role model.
Yeah.
Birthdays were tough for you.
Very.
You remember birthdays where you would call him?
Yeah, we call daddy on birthdays and say, you know what, my next son, because he had another son, is in birthday, so I know that his birthday was like a week away from mine. And mommy couldn't afford it at all, so we had to just sit out birthdays, school trips, all of that. And it's funny, somebody asked me the other day, like, where you learn to sew clothes. And you know, I was like, mentally for me, before I even start sewing clothes because we couldn't afford it. So I started construct garments in my head from that age and not speaking much or not even reading much. So I started cutting it mentally till I start doing it and people say, you know, how you start doing it, where you went to, you know, formal training, none of that.
None of that. Because you had to do it.
I had to.
You had to do it. But one of the things it taught you was the determination to stick by your word
Yeah.
and to honor your promises because you say you know what disappointment felt like.
Yeah, for real, because the constant disappointment was something that we as the tender age of 5 going up, all of us, 7 of us. So, you
Seven
know,
of you.
7. And each time I get a promise from daddy, normally I don't fulfill it. So I tell myself that if I promise somebody something, I would have just always fulfill my promises. Any one of my friends can attest to that, that if I say I'm going to do something, I try my best to do it. So sometimes I don't promise as much because if I know I can't fulfill it, I try not to.
You were 12 years old when you asked your mom to buy a pair of shears.
Yeah.
She couldn't afford it at the time, but you were insistent that you wanted it.
Yeah.
She was asking, why you want shears? You can't cut ear. Like, what you want shears to do?
So mommy said to me, I called mommy one day, and mommy used to work in Linstead. So I called mommy and I said, mommy, I need a shear. And she said, for what? I said, you know, I'm going to start training people, because I need to start make some money. And she said to me, say, no, you know. And I said, no, man, we can't do it. Come and watch him all this time, we can't do it. When we come home with the shear, same evening, my trim little brother called me. And it never turned out as how I would want it to, but it did turn out good. Him could have gone on the road. You know, and then from that, I started trimming almost every little boy
In the community. Like, people would send their
Send like line up, traffic. People used to send kids
people
to come
who could pay and people who couldn't pay.
couldn't pay. So then, you know, that was something that I said, mommy could have paid for trim all of us. So any money I have, give me it. And me just trim it. So from $30 to $50 to, I couldn't go as high as the regular professionals. So I find out a lot of people used to come to me and Christmas full. Every time it used to full. So
You became the resident barber in CV.
yeah.
Wow. You would ask your mom or later ask for a sewing machine for the same reason.
For the same reason.
We're going to talk about that when we come back on. Getting to know this guy behind the designs, getting to his core. More with Lucian after this. All right, we're back with Lucien Harrison of Lucien Harrison Designs, and we're talking a little bit about his upbringing in Seaview and how he turned out to be like the user of the gift, natural gift in his hand to become the resident barber in Seaview for the community. Then you decided that you wanted a sewing machine for the same reason.
Yeah.
Had you ever touched a sewing machine before?
No, I haven't.
Did you know anything about sewing?
No, you know.
So what was your fascination with this machine?
Well, I guess I'm a visual learner. And, you know, seeing people, like you got a dressmaker for taking a school uniform, and you say, you should do it. It just you feel like it's something you could do. And then my sister Jules gonna get a small machine after mommy get me the machine and say, you know what, try on this first. And I tried, you know, cut up some stuff, put it together until I make a dress for my sister Daniel. And she go, because Daniel did bad, so Daniel said she go and dance. So Daniel ended up
Story.
went off and got a dance and called me and said, "May I come back now, the dress pop off."
The dress you made
Yeah.
fell off
So,
her?
you know, that was something that they always supported me. If I say, I want some tools to be a mechanic, them go and get it for me. Because them just believe. And that's something that pushed me. It pushed me so much to know that they believe anything that I say I want to do. Like the support I get from them, it was so strong and it was so real.
You guys were there for each other in the
Yeah.
midst of all the chaos. You had each other as a
Yeah.
close-knit family. So a large part of why you sew now or you wanted to sew was because you saw the difference that clothes made in people's lives, how they felt
Yeah.
when they felt that they looked good. And a lot of that came from you not having, you know?
Yeah, so not having clothes or we'll have one pair of clothes till and one pair of shoes. You know, I say 3 boots because we have to wear the shoes, go to church, go out and go to school. So I say, you know, we not having clothes, this is something that I'm going to do. You know, whenever I reach at a level, I'm going to give back by giving them something that it might don't cost me a lot, but it changed people's life because I know, like once we used to get something new, how we used to cherish that, and how we used to just, well, like we love it. You would even believe our love piece of material because we don't have it. So we'll be grateful for it. So me sewing now and seeing even my customers, even you, I try to make you feel comfortable each time, you know? And to know that you're wearing something for me right now, the joy that just by seeing you in it is always a pleasure to say, yo, Simon, I wear my clothes in her, you know?
It's funny, our journey, because, you know, perhaps had you listened to a lot of the folks, we would not have ended up working together. I think there's a lesson in there somewhere, eh?
And you know, like the big lesson that I get from it is you. Because a lot of times, I have so much doubt, Simone. When I bring this stuff and sit on your bed and we'll have some conversation that I will cherish forever. And I tell people that is like, it's the best thing this could ever happen, you know? That I am able to sit in a bed, go all over the house, and every single time I come there,
It's
I
true.
don't just come to drop off some clothes. I come to pick up some words. And with that word, or the whole heap of words that you give me, the car always full when I drive, you know, because it motivates me so much. And if people know the heart that you have, it is out of this world. Like, I really love you to know that. You just take me from nowhere, like you're there on TV so long, and you took me up and you work with me from even when the zip them burst or the clothes don't fit good. You know, you
Lucian, don't make me cry. It sure is not about me, but thank you very much, my friend. The first dress that Lush made for me for Grand Gala. And actually, I was so proud of you because you came to me and you said, let me make you a dress for Grand
Yeah.
Gala. This is 2019. And while we were putting on the dress, the zip
Zip.
went. And I think you expected that I was going to go,
Yeah,
you know.
like diva mood, but no, you know, that was a lesson. Because when it popped, I said, Jesus, like my first impression last. And he said, no, Luce, just calm down, we're going to find a way. And I said, you know, like, she calm like me. You know, like, it was something women say where it's very rare. And I say, you know, like, I'm going to fix it and come back. And he said, sure. And to show you, like, I came to my park on the roadside, walk past everybody and come in. Even you said, Lucia, they have a pass? And I said, no, you know, but them just let me through. And that is something that I'll always cherish. And even when I get the message, say, Simone tweet a whole heap of tweet, boy, and I say, what bad? She said, oh my God, I can't believe. When I went and saw it, like, that motivated me so much.
Yeah, but Lush, why? It's always interesting to me how you always go to the negative first
Yeah.
when it comes to you and your output. It's almost as if you know you're talented,
Yeah.
but you don't trust it. I'm not sure. I can't explain the dynamic.
It's like, I think I still living my life, that when something good happens, you wait for the bad.
Yeah.
Because the constant disappointment that you went through is like you expect something to happen bad as the good come. And I just never realized how to create that balance to say, it going to fall out, good going to come with bad, just like night with day, you know? So it is something I struggle with, and I know a lot of people might struggle with it. So I'm trying to overcome that. So I'm trying to embrace the good and try to see the good in everything,
Yeah.
especially
Because
myself.
when your career started to take a turn for the better around that time,
Yeah,
something awful also happened. You lost your brother.
yeah.
I did not know that Lucian lost his brother when he and I were working together until I spoke to you for this interview, because you didn't tell me. You didn't share it at all. You didn't talk about it at all.
I think I learned to hold a lot of my emotions.
You lock it away.
Yeah, because I don't think I should share. I don't think you should share. I don't like to share bad news, like to bear bad news to people. So with that, I hold it together, and a lot of good was happening. So
Yeah.
I try not to focus on the bad, even though this was somebody that would always be proud of you, you know, and would always support you to the max and show you so much love, because like he's somebody that showed me that love is free and you can just give it away. And
All right, Cree, I'm going to give you time. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with Lucian after this. We'll come. All right, we're back with you. Talking to Lucien Harrison tonight, getting to know the man behind the styles, the man behind Makeover Monday, and just the awesomely good-hearted human being that he is. The challenge that you had, that you eventually found out about yourself, was that you knew that love was free,
yeah,
but you had been investing it in the wrong people.
Yeah.
And so you were ending up in a lot of hurtful situations.
very hurtful situations. So I realized that in order to give love to others, you have to give it to yourself. Because when you give love to yourself, you know the type of love that you are supposed to receive from others. Because a lot of times, I can talk about myself. A lot of times you give people love, and just because you give it, you expect it from them. But sometimes you share it to the wrong people at the wrong time, wrong places. And I've learned that to give yourself grace, to be proud of yourself, and to just love yourself. Because that thing, when you love yourself, like you learn to love everybody else. Even if you have a hate, you learn to drop it. Because a lot of us, like hate people. People that don't get love don't know how to show it.
Hurt people.
And hurt people. So I learned how to embrace myself in order to embrace others, and how to share my love.
What about embracing your gifts? Because in the last 5 years, since I've known you, you have looked to walk away from you've done it. You did it before we met. You walked away from it. You loved it so
I
much,
did.
but it burnt you out so badly that you walked away from
I
it.
did.
Since the time me and you worked together, Lucian, it's
Yeah.
about, I don't know how many times I've had to talk you off the ledge.
Yeah.
At one point, Lush, at one point, at one point, I had to sit you down and say, you're going to do what?
Yeah.
Because you were finished with sewing and you were going into a full-time job. Doing what?
Well, I got to work at a funeral home. And I said to someone that someone are going to quit this, because I was just looking at the picture right now, not the bigger picture. And sometimes you put yourself in a box. I always put myself in a box. And because I placed myself in that box, it was you outside who saw everything that was taking place outside of the box. The solution come out. Because I just never think I was good enough, you know? I just never think that I do something and it don't look like I have to seek validation from somebody to say, how this look? because I just don't think that it, even though sometimes you have to say, Luce, this look really good. And I have to say, you know, it look good for real. So is you really enforce that to Luce? Like, be positive with yourself. Be positive about this. Because that was something I struggled with. And still kind of struggle with it, but I coming out.
But you have learned to give yourself grace.
Yeah,
I watched you grow in that era of your life. And no, I don't hear you talking about walking away from it anymore. No, I hear you talking about bigger plans and being excited about what's next. And that makes me excited for you because it shows me that you have turned some kind of corner in your mind.
Yeah. I consider myself as a middle person.
What's a middle person?
There's somebody behind you that need what you have. And there's somebody in front of me, you know, that I want what they have because I can't live without it. I learned to accept where I'm at in life and be sad about it or be happy about it. You know, first time I always think that I'm supposed to be happy about everything, but I just never know happiness. And happiness is, you know, a state of mind. You have to create your own happiness. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm happy for where I'm going. And that's why I'm still here. And because of you again. I'm still here because a lot of people believe in me. Even when I don't believe in myself. A lot of people is 100% behind me. From mommy go straight back to everybody that I know. Them invest so much in me, and it was just me not investing in myself. Even when the biggest stuff happening to me.
Yeah, you're not celebrating.
I'm not celebrating.
You've learned how to celebrate the small wins and the big wins.
Yeah.
You've been through crippling depression, Luce, like
Yeah.
days when you couldn't sew,
Yeah.
couldn't get up out of your bed.
Yeah.
You never wanted to be here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do. I used to have days when, you know.
But you think you're past those?
I'm past that because there's so many good happening. But then first time you used to just look at the bad and you don't see everything that's happening. No, on my down days, I look at the days that was good, you know. I focus on them because I'm now accepting that down days going to come. And if you do fall down, just always try to get up. Even if you're falling down again, just keep getting up. And that's something that I'm doing and I'm working on. No matter how the wind might try to hold you down, I always try to get up and I try to be, you know, innovative with everything, like what life has to bring. And, you know, use my hand and really make fashion.
Yeah, turn your hand and make fashion.
Yeah.
Listen to the protege. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back with more with Lucian after this. Soon come. All right, folks, we are back with Lucian. Lucian, the last year of your life has been really interesting.
Yeah.
You learned a lot about yourself in this last year. You were pushed outside of your comfort zone, and it taught you a lot about yourself, even when you hit what you thought was rock bottom.
Yeah.
Tell me about the last year, what you can share that's been pivotal in kind of reshaping your outlook on life.
Well, the last year, a lot. When I say a lot, I lose and I gain a lot. And, you know, like the last year taught me that I was in a triangle, you know, and now I'm in a circle.
What does that mean?
You know when you...
I never knew you were so philosophical. You were in a triangle, now you're in a circle.
So no, like a triangle, you know, each time a triangle have edges. So when you go up, it's either you go down and start over to come back up. But a circle, no matter what happens, you keep going around. So I'm in a circle now, and I've accomplished a lot when I've traveled halfway across the world as a designer. And I've stepped in some rooms, and people that don't know me, being the only black person, being the only Jamaican, being, you know, getting locked up because they never know that I was a Jamaican.
Lock up?
Yeah. When I reach in Indonesia, they hold me for a while, you know, question me about my passport, about Jamaica, because they thought Jamaica was in Africa.
Oh.
And the only thing that they knew about Jamaica was Bob Marley. And when I went into Indonesia, Jakarta, I was the one in there educating them about Jamaica, you know. It pulled me out of my comfort zone. I go in some rooms and I have to talk to people. Like, Jakarta International School called me over there to talk to the whole school. And so I'm grateful when I look and I see that, yo, I'm me, Lucian from Jamaica, from the ghetto. And them call me up and everybody wants to meet you. Everybody wants to have a conversation with you. So that pulled me
You
up.
walked the runway.
And I did walk the runway, Simone. Like, when I was there, they reached out to me and said, I went just as an international designer. But then they said, no, we want you to close the show. And it was something, I thought it was something so small till I called people back home, even you, Simone, and I say, they want me to close Asia Fashion Week. And everybody did excited. Everybody was so emotional about it. And when I listened to the conversation that I had with you, Simone, sit up. Because the time difference was 12 hours ahead. And you sit up and you talk me into it. And you say, Luce, the amount of time you spend on me, I have to be grateful for that. And that helped me throughout this year, to be honest. Because I expect my family to, and my friends. But when somebody that don't know you from you, where, from your idea, and them can pour so much in you, that's a blessing.
I think don't stop talking about me, first of all. We're not doing this anymore. But I firmly believe, Lush, as you have been doing through Makeover Mondays, as you did when you were in Seaview as a little boy.
Yeah.
I think what I love about you is that you realize that we are not here for ourselves.
Yeah. No.
And if you see somebody who has something in them, and you have the power and the opportunity to help them bring it out of themselves, I feel like you're obligated.
Yeah.
And it was hard to watch you not stepping into who I knew you were and could be. And so I don't want anybody to think it was a project, but if it was the last thing that I did, it was the last thing that I did. So I sit here now and I listen to you and I am so super proud of you. Yeah. You would not even understand. Another person who's been squarely in your corner, your mother, who raised, you tell me it easily could have gone the other way. One mom, 7 children in Seaview.
And Grand Spain.
And then in Grand Spain.
Yeah.
And she protected you guys.
Yeah, that is something that I always, even people on my social media always say, you really love your mother. Because, like, I don't know people know, but the ghetto life, there's a lot of noise. And mommy do this thing that she make her carve her own silence, that will learn about herself, is that all of the chaos will go through it. And it's something that I say, she start having kids from a tender age. And for, like, when mommy and my age, she have all of us already. And to know that she invests all our time and all our youth in us, it is something that I have to say. Because she was forced, or premature force in adulthood. Mm-hmm. And, if we should pour all our time and, I love her so much. And
you say love does not describe what you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like I'm obligated to mommy. When people say, you're not obligated to your parents, but every day I work, I think about getting her in a better place because she put me where I'm at right now, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. She protected you guys.
A lot.
When everybody else was outside playing, you guys were locked in the house.
And we used to vex about that, because why mommy lock me away from everybody. Mm-hmm. But then you have to take a book, or you have to, but I really never liked the book. So. But she really protect us through all of the places that we've been, from Maxfield to Grand Spain to Seaview. Mm-hmm. And to know that she grow all of us in the house, 1 bedroom, and everybody have to stay bed sideways, and you have to stay in it. We could have stepped out of the house without even opening the door. And mommy protect us to the max, and my older brother that passed, because he had to be the breadwinner with mommy. Mm-hmm. The older ones like Daniel and Jules have to look over with. So it was like, it teaches something to be together, no matter what. Even everything around is falling apart, or the chaos or the noise, like we learn to listen to ourselves and be silent and be together.
Yeah. Well, God bless them for that support. You guys are very tight-knit. And that's what would have gotten you through a lot of the stuff that you went through. Your family and your friends. Lucian said he never really want to see this part of the show because he thinks he's going to fall apart. But let's test that theory. Here's your good. You've earned it, Lush. You have earned it. You have earned it. You have earned it. Run it, Lori, please.
For those of us with the unique privilege to have a seat at your table of love, we awaken each day with gratitude, knowing that from you runs the purest forms of trustworthiness, reliability, and all-round support. In putting this clip together, I recognize that the laundry list of admirable traits that you possess are on constant rotation, empowering and improving the lives of so many, even people outside of our country's borders. Lucian, thank you for giving me the autonomy to be, for reminding me that self-love is where it's at, and for providing a space removed from judgment or prejudice towards anyone. Thank you for always striving for excellence and for living the limitless life that you lead, always goal-centered and always have a target to meet. Thank you, Lucian, for being the friend that shows up and as a tower of strength always.
I wish to express my love and appreciation for you. You are an amazing, amazing, amazing person. And I just want to tell you how much I love you and I appreciate our friendship. Our friendship was created based on you being an honest and genuine person, and I treasure the moments I'm with you, as well as when I speak to you in the mornings. You are a source of peace and comfort. I find it to be very hilarious. You make me laugh all the time, and I love how you make people feel good. You have that ability to just have people feel comfortable. You create a no judgment space for people. I've seen where you have extended yourself relentlessly to others with no expectation of anything in return, and that speaks of your character. And I love you, Lucian. Your design pieces are amazing and you create joy for the world. I wish for you to continue doing what you're doing, and I wish you all the very best. Mwah.
I am so proud of you. Your hard work, your talent, your ambition, your dedication has been so inspiring to watch. I can't wait to see what's next and to cheer you on through it all.
Hi Lucian, Miss Parker here. I just want you to know that I am extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. I remember the days I had to be skipping through your notebooks to find the assigned tasks given. I had to go through many clothing design of yours. But I want to tell you today, I am one proud past teacher of yours. And I just want you to know that I'm voting for you. The sky is the limit. Continue doing what you're doing. It's obvious that you love what you're doing and you have loved this from a very tender age. Congratulations once more. And again, I'm proud of you.
I just want to tell you thanks for always being here for me and these kids. I remember when Kamal died, how you stepped up, and you've been stepping ever since, even before that you were stepping. But I guess the loss of Kamal kind of made you like push harder for us, and I appreciate you so much, and I love you. You don't know say anyway your sister go share with Lucian. Everybody right now is supposed to know some your Lucian's sister. So I love you, bro.
Uncle Lucian, I just love you so much, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. And I can't wait for when you get older and I can take care of you.
Big up yourself, Uncle Brandon. I just want you to continue believing what you're doing and put in the hard work, because you know when you put in the hard work, you get your achievements. So, love.
We love you.
Hi, Uncle Brandon. It's your favorite nephew. I just want to say that I'm so proud of you. I miss you so much. Come and visit me soon. Love you.
Hi, Uncle. You have always made me love fashion ever since I was little. You always make my outfits whenever there's an event at school, and I want to thank you for that. You always make me laugh whenever I'm sad. And I really hope one day I can wear one of your designs on the runway. Bye, Uncle.
Brandon, as your little bro, I come into this world and I see you, and I have to say that I do look up to you, and I'm very proud of the things that you have achieved, and I can see, and even on daily interactions with myself on the road, people always say, Lucian, because they think I'm you, and that really has shown me that you are making waves in this industry and your work is really propelling you forward. And I just want to say as a little brother that I do appreciate the work that you have done, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Brandon, your dedication to your work is an inspiration to us all. Continue to lead with your heart as you continue to use your talents through philanthropy. We love you and we are so very proud of you.
What's up, bro? It's a joy to see you here in this setting, to see what you've accomplished so far in life. I remember this shy, reserved individual that just sit in a corner that wouldn't make any noise, You'd make that corner your own, but now this whole corner of fashion and everything, you just transform it and you just made it your own. And I'm so proud of that. I genuinely just love what you've accomplished so far, And I'm excited to see what you'll be doing in the future, what else you have to accomplish in the future, right? Just know as a bigger brother, I have nothing but just pure love for you. Keep doing what you're doing. I know you won't stop, and most importantly, I know no one will stop you.
Hey Lucian, there's so many things I can say about you, but the entire show would simply not be enough time. But today I just want to tell you how proud I am of you and how grateful I am for you. A lot of people can say their sibling is their best friend, but I get the privilege of saying that. Thank you so much for being who you are, and I'm so happy you're getting your flowers today. You deserve it.
Thank you, Uncle Lucian, for making all of my outfits. I really like them. And all the girls at my school, they just love my outfits so much, but they're still jealous. I love you.
You have made me a proud mother today. I can remember all the challenges you have faced. Continue to do things to the best of your ability. You were given the name Lucian because it meant light. Continue to be the light you are. I will always be your #1 supporter as you excel in all your endeavors. Keep the Lord at the center of all you do. I will always, and I mean always, love you.
I gotta tell you, my friend, I've done many of these shows, and all I can say is that you are so deserving. I don't know if you're even able to hear. Did you hear what this? Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did.
Look at me. Did you hear it?
I did.
Have you received it?
I have.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, I do.
It's time, Papa. It's time for you to stop shrinking. We're not shrinking anymore. Stepping into who you are. That's what they're upon now. Forward. Forward. How do you feel having watched it?
I'm speechless as always. But I'm happy that everybody has this perception of me.
It's not a perception, Lush. I just asked
This reality of me.
They know. They say.
I'm happy that everybody.
That people know who I am. That people know who I am. It's not a perception.
Yeah.
Perception is opinion, and it's not facts based. Right? They know who you are. It's time for you to know who you are too.
Yeah. And I'm learning, and I'm becoming who I am.
Yes. It's a process.
Yeah, right.
What a joy.
Still speechless.
Well, let's take a break. We'll be right back. More with Lucian after this. Don't come. All right, folks, we're back to Lead the Show with Lush. We talked when you and I spoke about windows and doors, how a lot of doors were closing on you. You say no, you just need to see a crack.
Crack or
Some kind of opening.
yeah, and I enter. Like first time I used to have to wait till a door open. But now, a window could have barely crack, I can squeeze through it. You know, create the best out of every opportunity.
You and your siblings, all of you, 7 of you in one room with mommy, and you're looking now, everybody's okay, everybody's well adjusted. What does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
Honestly, it made me feel accomplished just by looking at everybody around me. And you know, everybody together. And then now we're grown. And you can say, you know, there's only one of us not here today. And that is so sad for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But we're past the worst. You know, as people that say that, like, we literally past the worst. And everybody who knows us and know the story, know that we're really past the worst from the board house to in a house. This is something funny that I realized that when we went to Seaview, we went into a half-finished house. And like just the foundation and just a one room again. And we watched the house develop around us. And it's the same way I watch my brothers and sisters. You know, everybody grow and everybody become something that, you know, I can be proud of them. And for them to look and say, you know, they're proud of me, I feel so good because there was a time that I wasn't proud of myself, you know. I always wanted to do more because I think that there's more. So I learned to accept where I'm at in life and love myself where I'm at in life and embrace where I'm at in life. And I can look in the mirror and say, yo, you're a handsome fellow. First time when people used to say it, I used to just say, you know, them just say it. But now I accept every part of myself and I love me.
I'm so proud of you, Luge. Seaview is in your rear view. Not in your rear view because you're still there a lot, but insofar as the fact that you're not living there anymore. But you say what growing there taught you is that you can get through that. You can get through just about anything.
Yeah. And a lot of people can relate that when you live in the ghetto, like there's a lot of noise, as I said before, and there's a path already carved for you, you know. From a step out, you can go down that road. But it's you have to really listen to yourself and see what you want and the moral support that I get from mommy. Because when I talk about my other brothers and sisters, when I talk about me, where mommy support me to the max, so I could listen to myself and say where I want to go. And in every move I make, them they behind me. It's like, if I fall, domino effect, if I fall, them fall.
Yeah.
So it's like them always behind me and always here to support me. So, you know, living in Seaview and Grandspen and Maxfield, it is an eye-opener because you have to rush to the adulthood, prematurely rush to the adulthood. And it make you develop this hunger for, you know, create your own business, do this, like, for me.
A different path.
A different path, like, yo, more be an entrepreneur. So, from I know myself, I never work for nobody, like, more than a month.
Look at you. Eh?
So, you
Even though
know,
you wanted to go dress dead people, but let's not talk about that. So, you've garnered a pretty loyal following on social media.
I do.
Folks who see you and who have learned your heart just by watching you.
Yeah.
The Makeover Monday transformations have been incredible. For the young man or the young woman in Seaview or Maxfield or wherever, for the people who are reaching out to you just to ask you for a word of advice. No, right?
And
who feel like you did at one point, like nothing they do is good enough, or them can't bother, or they'll never make it, or they struggle with anxiety, or they struggle with depression. Now being at this juncture in your life, where you still have stuff going on, right? But you're now here. What do you say to them?
Well, what I say to them is that listen to yourself. It's okay to just embrace the emotions at that moment. So if you're supposed to be happy, be happy. If you're supposed to be sad, be sad. And it's you taught me that too. But...
And it's okay to cry.
And it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
And in life, opportunities sometimes don't come, you have to go for it. You have to create that opportunity. And sometimes we're so ungrateful because it comes and we're not grateful for it because we want more. And everything you do for yourself today, it helps you for tomorrow. Don't think about tomorrow, just work for today because it's going to build you to be the better you for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned.
Yeah. Wow. My guy. I think I'm going to buy you lunch after this or something, dinner, because honestly, folks, if you knew where Lucia's coming from, you know this is I mean, your brother said it, right? You were just happy being that guy in the corner.
Yeah, I was.
No, nothing coming from Lush. And you're sitting in the chair, Lucian.
The chair. Yeah, so this is an accomplishment, and this is something that I'm grateful for. You know, I always don't play things. But this is a moment, this is a milestone, and this is something I forever cherish because as all the other great people that sit in this chair, I'm one of them.
Hey!
And I'm grateful for
I
them.
love that for you. Out of his own mouth. Out of his own mouth. You must be super, super proud of yourself.
I am.
And I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And I'm glad to have journeyed with you. And I'm proud to have seen the transformation. And I am proud already of what is next. And I don't know what it is yet, but I know it's going to be great. Thank you very much, Lucia. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Was it that bad?
It wasn't.
At all.
I finally did it.
At all. Let's do the show. It's time for affirmation, everybody. Okay, guys, so clothes have a way to make you feel good, but clothes maketh not the man. For you can wear your garb so well that no one ever will know what lies beneath the beautiful layers. So who are you when the costume comes off? And when you're naked, what covers and protects your soul? What is the design for your life? And what are you doing to make sure that you fit into it? Fashion is fleeting. Instead, clothe yourself in strength and dignity, in courage and consideration, in faith and fortitude, in honesty and integrity, and make those the fabrics of your life. Because I guarantee you, those will never go out of style. Tonight we are affirming faith and favor, not fear, make up the fabric of my life. And that is our soul food for this evening and our final show for this season. Thank you for joining us in our safe space. We'll be back for season 10 with more stories of the power of the human spirit. Until then, every blessing, and please remember to count your blessings. Night, everyone.